What are Ionic numerals within the Greek numbering system? Imagine trying to write numbers long before the digital age, using just a few symbols and your alphabet. That's exactly what the ancient Greeks did with Ionic numerals. This system is also called the Ionian or alphabetic Greek numerals. It was used mainly from around 500 BCE to the end of the 3rd century BCE. Instead of separate symbols like Roman numerals, they used Greek letters to stand for numbers. There were 27 characters in total. 24 were standard Greek letters, and 3 were archaic letters kept just for numbers. Each letter had a specific value, making it a ciphered system where letters represented units, tens, and hundreds. The first 9 Greek letters stood for numbers 1 through 9. For example, alpha alpha was 1, beta beta was 2, and iota iota was 10. The next 9 letters represented multiples of 10, from 10 to 90. Rho rho stood for 100, and so on. The last 9 symbols represented hundreds, from 100 to 900. Numbers were written by combining these letters additively. For example, the number 1000 was written by placing a mark or small line above the letter to show it was multiplied by 1000. For larger numbers, Greeks used the concept of the myriad, which means 10,000. They placed small numerals above the letter M for mu to show multiples of 10,000. Unlike Roman numerals, Ionic numerals did not use subtractive notation. Instead, they simply added the values together. So, the number 1984 would be written by combining symbols for 1980 and 4. This system was practical for everyday use in trade, astronomy, and record keeping. It allowed the Greeks to write large numbers clearly and efficiently. Because the symbols were based on their alphabet, it also reflected their language and culture closely. The Ionic numeral system shows how the Greeks linked their language with their mathematical ideas. It was a step forward from earlier systems and influenced later ways of writing numbers. Their approach was simple yet effective, making it easier to work with large numbers than some other ancient systems. In summary, Ionic numerals are an alphabet-based way of writing numbers from ancient Greece. They used Greek letters as symbols for units, tens, and hundreds, combining them additively. This system highlights how language and numbers were connected in Greek history and culture.